Hey everybody, welcome to the latest and greatest episode of Rider Club Radio, unless you're listening to an old one. I'm Jeff.
You're right about one of those. And I'm Liam, and today we're gonna...
What are we gonna talk about today, Liam, since you fucking hijacked it?
Okay, today we're gonna talk about Kamen Rider X episode 31.
No, we're not.
What?
Fuck you. You know what we're talking about today?
What?
Star Trek.
No.
That's what this podcast is about too now, bitch.
Fuck you. We're talking about X31.
And Kamen Rider Amazon's episode 19.
And we're also gonna talk about... Did you watch Fi's Paradise Lost?
I did not.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't. I will be straight up honest with you this time, Liam. I did not watch it.
What? It was actually not bad. I mean, aside from a couple things that I would have changed that were dumb, it's not bad.
That's what people have been telling me. Maybe we'll do something a little special with that.
Maybe we will. Yeah, I'm down.
Maybe we will do something special with that with a special guest.
Maybe. Ho 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 ho.
Ho ho ho, teasing people who don't care. No one gives a shit.
Start talking about X8, you fucking idiots.
So Liam, what happened on X8 this week, since that's what the audience really wants?
That's true. Okay, so, on X8 this week, everyone is pensive about working with Dan Kuroto, because he's bad man, he's a big bad Dan Kuroto.
He is a psychopath.
Dangerous Dan, the man with the plan. But they don't have time to ponder that because they need to go fight some bugsters. They get a call about bugsters. And of course, since bugsters are there, Parrot shows up. They're down by the pier. They're down by the lake. And the Parrot shows up and Emu and Dan fight. And Dan reveals that he can grab Parrot and steal levels, and also he has 99 lives. So you have to kill him 99 times in order to actually fully destroy him.
He is basically just a giant pest.
Yeah. He's weak as fuck, but if he touches you, he can steal your level and make you permanently weaker. And also you can't kill him no matter what you do, unless you kill him 99 times. So
I will say that if he does make you permanently weaker, the show doesn't reflect that, because Parrot is at level 99 or whatever again, when he transforms the second time.
I thought he grabbed him and pulled him down again.
He did, but the timer started at 99 the second time.
Did
as
it?
Well.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, okay, maybe it's just for one fight he takes your level away.
It's still really fucking OP.
Incredibly OP.
Dude is breaking the game hard.
Especially considering it's like about fighting one-on-one. If you get in close, you touch him, he takes your level. Holy shit. So he's got 99 lives and shit. And after the fight's over, he says, "Yeah, Parrot, you can't touch me." And Parrot goes, "Well, fuck, I'm not doing this then. This is boring." And he leaves. And they save the woman who was playing the game, and she says, my little son, Hiroshi, he was playing this game, and he got exploded. So I have to play it. She's like a middle-aged woman. She's like, I gotta play this game and win.
She is someone on the cast's mother, obviously.
Aunt or something, yeah. So she's fucking playing the game and losing. And then she leaves and never shows up again. And so Dan is like, God, she's such a dedicated mother, this woman. And Poppy's like, what the fuck would you know, Dan? And then she has like...
Emu says that. It'd be great if Poppy just broke character, was like, Dan, you fucking bitch!
Dan,
what do you know about that?
Piece of shit. Emu says, yeah, Dan, what would you know about any human emotion ever? And Poppy says, no, wait, she remembers being Dan's mom. And she remembers the love that Dan felt for his mom. So they go back to the pit. And they're like, Dan, why, tell us what's what. Like, you infected your mom with the Bugster virus, and how did you come back to life? And he said, yeah, everybody who got erased by this game, their data is saved in the proto-Geshat belonging to the Bugster that killed them.
Dude, there is a great moment in that scene, though. When they're like, Dan, so you did all this because you want to save your mother, right? Because deep down in your heart, you loved your mother so much, and when she died, all you wanted to do was save her data, so that you could protect it and bring her back to life one day so you could love her. And Dan goes, nah.
He's sitting at the table and they're like, oh, Dan's got a soft side after all. And he's like, I just didn't want to lose my genius. I couldn't die because then I couldn't make video games anymore. So I needed to come up with a way to save my data and come back to life later. He's just so evil to his core. So that's his thing. He reveals that like everybody who's dead can possibly come back. That is not a lie. They're like, are you really? Is it possible to beat Kamen Rider Chronicle and bring everyone back? And Dan goes, fucking, would you believe me if I said yes? Doesn't matter. And they're like, Dan, you dastardly dastard, Dan.
You dastard.
Dan, you dastard. So Brave and Snipe are like, we'll beat it. We'll figure it out. Maybe you can bring your girlfriend back because she died from Bugster. Let's beat this whole game and try and bring everyone back. Maybe get Laser, just everyone. So they resolve to play the game. And they go to fight Parrot. Dan goes to fight Parrot, and Emu comes with him to fight Parrot. And they fight together, and they sort of learn about each other.
Well, we learn that Dan has a soft side, and that if he created something and it's tangentially related to him and his genius in some way, he does care about it.
Poppy is his daughter, which is weird because she came from his mother.
It's his daughter, Foo.
She's his mother and his daughter. So he wants to protect her. He takes a hit.
What a fucked up family.
He takes a hit and loses a life for Poppy. And Emu and Dan work together to beat the shit out of Parrot in a very cool fight scene. So Jeff, what did you think of Kamen Rider XA31?
I honestly gotta say, Liam, that it was a piece of shit. Nah, I loved it. It was a good episode.
Yeah.
It was a really good episode.
I liked it a lot too.
I'm still not sold on Dan as a good guy. I feel like I enjoyed him more as a villain, but I'm just so happy to have him back in any capacity.
I'm happy to have him back too. And before I go on, I want to ask you: did you watch the next week's preview?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't.
I am a fool.
I remember
we resolved that we weren't gonna do the next week's preview as the thing, and then I fucking did it anyway. Wow.
I was about to watch it. And then I was like, wait, I said I wasn't gonna. So now I have no clue what's gonna happen next week. So don't say anything about that. I want to know organic how it happens.
All I'm gonna say is rest in peace, Emu.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't spoil it good. I'm glad you kept it nice and subtle. I have no clue.
Now nobody will know.
So I do like that they flesh out Dan. Like it's when Dan died, and we said, well, it's so sad that he's gone. But could they really just do that shtick for another 25 episodes and have it actually fresh? Like, probably
I guess that's
not.
True.
Like, it's nice that they're trying to do something with Dan, and he's still himself. He's still crazy and egotistic, and like you said, Poppy is like his creation. It's his brainchild, which is why he loves her so much. It's still sort of in character for him, but it is a development that I like, and it's real. He's moving forward a little.
There's a level of realism with Parrod's character now that I'm really enjoying. Where, imagine if you're playing a game and you're having a great time challenging all these really powerful enemies, and then, like, the fucking rat from the forest, when you were level 1 and trying to grind for XP, shows up, and he comes back to life every single time you kill him.
And just chases you.
He just shows up and he's like, I'm gonna get revenge on you, and you're like,
steals your fucking
come
level.
on.
Yeah. And like, Parrot, like, Kamen Rider always has this issue. Fai's had it happen a lot. Gaim had it happen a lot. Where like the bad guy will have the main character at their mercy, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna kill you." Parrot has an excuse in that he's like, "Well, this video game sucks. I'm leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going home."
Could you imagine if he would have just stood there on that pier, murdering Dan over and over and over again, 99 fucking times in a row?
That was my first thought when the second revealed I got 99 lives. I was like, if you just knuckled down for like a solid day, you could get that. Like
how boring would that be, though?
A good solid like 8-hour session. You could grind that out and finish him off. But
that would basically be like doing the fucking exploit in Demon Souls where you stand outside the Man-Eater's boss door and you fire arrows into it and kill the one.
Oh my god.
That's the exact same thing.
I never did that.
Did it once.
I did. I love that bit because I helped the guy with Man-Eaters and then immediately killed him afterwards as the old monk. And he sent me a message. He was like, what the fuck, man?
Why did you bother helping me?
Dude, anyone out there, people are still playing Demon Souls on PS3. This happened like a month ago. There's still a community. Go and play.
Yeah, I was the old monk like a month and a half ago, so yeah, people are still playing.
Fun. It's so fun being the old monk.
Did you know that there's an old monk thing in Dark Souls 3 in the DLC?
Is it like a head wrap? A giant head wrap thing?
No, I mean, you get summoned as the boss.
Oh, I love that.
It's exactly like the old monk. You, like, join a covenant, and then you can be summoned as the boss.
That's sick.
It's fun as fuck. Anyway,
back to
Xaid.
Back to video games.
Xaid, we talk about video games a lot because of Xaid.
Because, well, we have an excuse now. Yeah.
We didn't before, but whatever. But
fuck you.
I'm just really excited that Dan is a main character now. Like, he's even in the opening, which is amazing.
Yeah, and we have a basically insurance that he can't die for a long time.
Yeah, no one ever died who was in the opening before.
No, I mean, he has 99 lives. That's our insurance.
I guess that's true.
He can die so many times.
What if Parrot gets the ability that Emu has, and he can just rewrite code, and he rewrites it and fucking murders him?
Well, he could. He could.
As soon as old Dan stops being so dastardly, and everybody believes in him again.
I could see that being his arc. Like, he becomes good and then dies protecting them or something.
This is, like, one of my favorite types of Kamen Rider scenes, by the way.
Which?
When the hero and the villain are forced to work together, and they just hate each other, but they have to work together.
Oh, yeah.
And they do, like, the pre-fight banter back and forth, like, oh, I still don't trust you. Well, I don't trust you either. Yeah, I fucking love that.
What I'm interested in more than anything is that with Dan now being able to steal Parrod's level, it's like a guaranteed win, which means certainly there's going to be some kind of new change. I think Parrod's going to get a new form, or someone's going to get a new form, or some new fucker's going to show up. There has to be some kind of change, because Parrod's going to lose his edge. He's already losing his edge.
True, but that's Kamen Rider for you.
And like you said, it doesn't really show when Parrot loses his level. I mean, I guess he does get his ass kicked usually after it happens, but
there's no, like, discernible difference between, like, when he's fighting level 99 to level 99 and when he's fighting, like, level 79 to 99.
Yeah, power levels in Kamen Rider are very...
There's no
fluid.
Consistency.
They're very
And the
fluid.
thing about power levels is that you can ruin your fucking anime series with power levels.
The second you introduce the actual number and be like, this guy's 7 power and this guy's 18 power, then you're fucked.
And the thing about that is, like, Akira Toriyama sort of pioneered the power levels, right? And right when they were starting to get as dumb as possible, he was just like, oh wait, I don't give a fuck about this. And power levels didn't matter anymore.
Toriyama.
But Kamen Rider doesn't even have any sort of coherence about it whatsoever. They're always throwing out levels, but...
Like, it's okay in a show like Gaim.
10-ton punch.
It's okay in a show like Gaim where no one ever really makes specific reference to, like, this is such and such a level and this is such and such a level. And obviously the higher level is going to be stronger. But in X8, everything is given a hard number. So it's a lot harder to justify when Brave's running around swinging a level 5 against a level 86 million bugster.
He always gets his shit rocked.
Well, that's because he's a secondary rider, not because he's level 5.
It doesn't pay to be a secondary rider. I love how the show literally just lumped every character that isn't Emu together. In this episode, it was just like, fuck, we gotta do something with them. Whatever. They're joining forces to stop Kamen Rider Chronicle.
It's Emu and the gang.
Yeah.
Emu and the
But
gang.
I do love that Emu isn't fucking beloved by everyone, and everybody just sucks on his D all day long.
Quite
like
the
another
opposite.
series.
Quite the opposite, actually. Almost everybody in the cast hates Emu except for Poppy.
True. Everybody has a begrudging respect for him at this point. Well, not Dan, but everybody else has a begrudging respect for him at this point, but that's literally it.
Yeah. They're not, like, standing all in a row. Gosh, that Emu. He's the best.
I love him.
Gee,
He's what we all aspire to be. I was thinking about this the other day. Whoa.
What?
I didn't know you were in the lineup. I was thinking about this the other day, that I love a character in a series that literally no one else likes, like a main character, that's just like a prick, but everybody has to work with him because they have like a lot of power or something.
They have the key.
When I've been thinking about this a lot, right? I love a character that's just a huge prick. Everybody hates him, but they have to work with him because he's like real powerful or something, or that he has something that they need, especially if he's the main character. Because when I was a kid, I was big into fucking Sonic the Hedgehog, right? All kids were.
I thought you were going to say you were a big asshole and the teachers forced everyone to hang out with you when they didn't want to.
Well, I fucking told you that in confidence, and you're just gonna say it on the podcast?
I'm sorry, it just slipped out.
Fuck.
Anyway. Don't worry, I'll remember to edit this out. No one will hear it.
Edit all of this out. I'll put in something so that you'll edit it out. Heil Hitler. Just edit all this out.
Okay, so Sonic the Hedgehog.
He, like, in the American comics of Sonic, he's fucking, like, everybody's favorite guy, right? Like, fucking Sonic. We love that man. But in the English comics, like the UK comics, he's like a giant fucking prick, and no one likes him.
There were UK, like, Sonic comics?
Yeah, Sonic the Comic is what it was called.
I never even heard of these.
And Sonic is just constantly, like, making fun of his own friends, just, like, treating them like shit at all times, and, like, everybody's just like, wow, Sonic, you're a fucking prick. But, like, all the time.
That's Sonic. Like, that's Sonic as fuck.
Sonic's a prick. He's got an attitude.
He's got the attitude, yeah. He can
really move.
He can really move. He's the fastest thing alive. Did you see?
Yeah, I was just about to tangent into that. Fucking Original the character is canon to Sonic the Hedgehog now.
Colt Steel the Hedgehog. it's gonna be fucking canon.
Yeah, it's fucking... For those who didn't see that, this is the fucking video game cast now, I guess.
Apparently.
Is that, like, the new Sonic the Hedgehog game has a character creator in it.
Oh, boy.
Fucking hell, dude.
Oh, I'm gonna
That's so smart!
That's an untapped market, I feel like. Something that's been
that is
so
fucking smart.
Yeah.
Like, the entire DeviantArt audience is gonna purchase that game on every system they own.
That's like 500 million sales locked in.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah,
there's gonna be some bank robberies, dude. Like, some people are gonna knock over some fucking banks to be able to afford that game when it comes out.
GameStop is gonna be pandemonium.
Oh my god. There's gonna be so many people that smell like BO.
Well, that's GameStop, you know.
Oh, well, you got me there.
Zing.
Well, take that, nerds. Anyway, let's continue talking about Kamen Rider X.
So, yeah, Dan is that character, that big prick that everyone hates but has to work with.
Everybody has to work with him for some reason?
It's the kid who didn't have a partner for the science project, so they just put him in your group, and you're like, oh, okay.
Well, maybe it's something I missed. Explain to me, why do they have to work with Dan?
Because he's the most powerful man.
He's level 0.
Okay, but he's got the ability to steal levels. That's so useful, especially.
They didn't know that shit.
Okay,
he had the ability to separate Emu from his Bugster or whatever, but who else are they going to use that shit on?
Here's the procession of events, right?
Okay.
Poppy remembers that Dan has a failsafe that can cure the Bugster. She investigates. She finds Dan. Dan happens to have a really useful ability.
Okay, I mean, I understand.
Yeah.
It's just they were already talking about having to work with him before they found out that he could take away levels.
Well, just because he's there. What, are you just going to keep him in the bug visor forever and not use him?
Yes. He's a monster. He was trying to murder everyone on Earth.
Well, he was trying to game over everyone and put them into gashats, but they can come out now.
So that they could live forever in the Ganma world.
In the Ganma world. Oh my god.
It's a prequel series, everybody.
This is just like the end of Drive, where everyone got turned into computers. Remember that?
That's true. I do remember that.
All over the world got turned into computers.
Somebody was like, that's a really cool idea. Let's use it again.
Let's put it in the halfway point this time.
It's funny that, like, Dan is the secondary writer now.
Yeah, kinda. At least for this episode. Because fucking Hero doesn't do shit. That's for sure.
Hero being the secondary writer, like, never made that much sense to me anyway. Like, he's not a driving force in the plot at all, like Taiga is.
Yeah, he fucking shit. Hero is a disappointment to me. When he started, I was like, oh, I love him. I like the rival character, the Vegeta. But he just, the writers are like, here he is, he's cool. And we don't know.
He's a lot more like Piccolo. He just stands in the background with his arms crossed, makes comments every now and then.
And he's got a hook, too, with his girlfriend, and they're kind of picking that up again with this episode. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm grateful. I'm real grateful for that shit, because I hate a secondary writer that just stands around and does nothing. I fucking hate that.
I just hope they'll do something interesting, because what the girlfriend thing is doing right now is he's on board with beating Kamen Rider Chronicle. But that's not super interesting. If it was something like, if you beat Kamen Rider Chronicle, the winner gets to pick one person who got erased or something to bring back, then you'd have a real interesting thing.
That sounds like Ryuki.
You know what? that might not be a coincidence that it sounds like Ryuki when I say it.
Yeah, I guess it might fucking not, huh?
But, like, there's something... I'm sure there's something interesting you can do with that to create some conflict. But as it is now...
You know what would be great?
What?
Is if it turned out that bugsters have an ability that Poppy is unaware of, where they can bring their victims back to life.
Oh.
And Graphite offers Hero to bring his girlfriend back to life if he stops the others from completing Kamen Rider Chronicle.
Now that would be some shit. I would love that.
That would be dope as fuck. I'd be real into that.
That's something very interesting you could do with that plot hook.
And they might.
And they might. I mean, there's still time.
They've got a lot of room for that. Now, they might go a direction we haven't even thought of.
They might turn the whole show upside down and make it that Hero's girlfriend comes back, but she's upside down.
Or a bugster.
Or she could be a bugster.
Could you imagine how fucked up that would be if, like, his girlfriend came back as a bugster that wanted revenge for him, like, treating her so bad?
For him letting her die or something?
That'd be cool.
That'd be interesting. I don't think that'll happen, but...
Girls can't be bugsters.
Girls can't be bugsters, we know.
There's only one girl bugster, and she's also a rider, and she doesn't do anything as either of them, so...
Yeah, that's true. Still wondering if she's gonna die. Poppy's been better these past few episodes, actually.
Yeah, she has, like, a personality beyond running around screaming.
She's not pure comic relief. They're giving her stuff to do. She's much more palatable in the recent...
She has pathos going on, which is great.
Yeah, the writers remembered her.
You don't get that with a fucking funny character very often.
If only they'd remember Hero.
Who?
Hero. My fucking best friend.
Hero Boy?
Yeah, that's it. Hero Boy.
I must succeed. That's a reference to something probably nobody who listens to this has ever heard of.
That's true.
I don't know. Freakazoid was really popular.
Back in the Stone Age, it was really popular.
Back when we fucking had to chisel our TVs to watch them.
We had to chisel a frame every 30 seconds, or every 30 frames every second.
Man, we worked hard for our cartoons back then. Most everybody just did porno, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna put all that work in, you might as well get something out of it.
What are you even gonna do, though? You're chiseling all the time. You can't chisel with one hand.
That's why you need a buddy. Are we done talking about X-Aid?
I think we might be. It's something I say very often about X-Aid, and it doesn't bother me in this episode at all, but X-Aid is always setting up something really awesome to happen.
Yeah.
And, I mean, some awesome stuff happened in this episode, but it's still mostly setting up awesome shit to happen down the road. And man, I hope that pays off. When that finally pays off, oh boy. It's a good show, though. I will say that. It's a show that I would consider good. I think I'm liking it more than Drive. Definitely more than Ghost. Oh, you're liking it more than Drive? Yeah, I like it more than Drive, yeah. I'll say that. I'm going to disagree. I'll come out swinging and say it's better than Drive. I like Drive a little bit better. There might be like a rose-tinted glasses thing going on where I'm only remembering the good parts of Drive. Yeah, I liked Drive. Don't get me wrong. It had its weaknesses. You know what's funny? What? I actually really liked the jingle from Tokimeki Crisis. Oh, yeah. It's a cute little bubbly pop jingle, and I like it. It's okay. It's no Shakuriki Sports, but it's fine. Shakuriki Sports. Battle. Yeah, it's a good. I love the good episode. I love the scene when Dan comes out of a pipe with a guitar. That was fucking hilarious. There were gifs of that immediately. Like, as soon as the episode came out, like, I went to the Discord, like, I don't even know, fucking maybe a half hour after it came out, and there was already a gif. The guy can't do anything that's not fabulous. He's so amazing. He's amazing. I love that when everybody's having, like, heartfelt conversations and stuff, he is completely fucking blank stone-faced, not paying any attention to what they're saying. He's trying to wonder if he left the oven on and what he's gonna have for dinner. They're all like, you can't fucking use human life like it's a game! Oh, it makes me so angry! And he's like, did I turn the stove off this morning? There's nothing flammable in there, is there? I leave a pizza box? What am I having for dinner tonight? Oh, wait, I'm a Buckster. We don't eat. Oh, shit. Wah, wah. You know what, Liam? Why don't we hear about some news?
Sure. First and least interesting, there's a new teaser trailer for the summer movies. And if you're wondering if you're wondering if it reveals anything new, the answer is no, but you can check it out in the blog post.
Woo.
Woo. Way cooler, though. A poster got revealed this week for Gavon versus Deca Ranger, and it looks fucking sick.
It looks dope as fuck.
Oh my god. It's got... Just look at it. Gavon is the most brilliant... Like, bringing back Gavon is the smartest thing that Toei ever did, and the way they're doing it is brilliant, too. They're like, oh, we have all these space series, just put Gavon with them. He's in space. Put him with them.
Gavon works perfectly because he is a space sheriff. He is a space policeman. He can show up in any setting as long as the space is somehow connected to it.
And in Gokaiger, with Gavon and Gokaigers are pirates. They come in a conflict. But
oh man, it was so perfect. I love that movie so much.
The Deca Rangers are the special police Deca Ranger. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they mesh and interact and maybe fight.
In the canon, they mention this in Gavon vs. Gokaiger. The Special Force Deca Ranger is part of the same organization that the Space Sheriffs is part of. The Intergalactic Police.
From the planet Bird?
Bird is just where the Space Sheriffs are, centrally located. The Intergalactic Police is like a bunch of inner space police forces that operate together under like a tribunal type thing.
Shit.
It's cool as fuck, man. It's like a whole like world built setting.
Yeah. just to bring back Gavon. That's cool.
Fucking great. And Geki Jumonji, who is Gavon Type G, is the one that's in Space Squad.
Yeah, I mean, they can't just keep bringing back the old guy.
The old guy.
His
name is Kenji Oba.
Oh, sorry, old and busted man.
He is also in it, so fuck you.
It's old
and busted man who did all of his own fucking stunts at age 68 or whatever.
That's true. Fucking Takeshi Hongo. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm blanking on his name.
Hiroshi Fujioka
is old and busted man.
Yeah, he really is. I love the man, but he's not doing his own stunts anymore. He's lived a rough-ass life.
He's lived several lives. It's brilliant what they did, where they establish a younger Gavon who they can do more with in a good movie. Like, it's not like they just throw him in whatever, here he is with Sentai. They make a good movie about a new Gavon.
Then you can use him in whatever you want.
Whatever the fuck you want. He's young. You can bring him back forever.
See, that's what I'm really fucking... My hope beyond hope, right, is that Space Squad does gangbusters. And everybody fucking loves it, and they make like a ton of money off merchandise or whatever, and we get a Space Sheriff show starring Geki Jumonji.
Oh, a new Space Sheriff series. That'd be sick.
That would be so fucking great. Because I really love the, like... It's almost like a cross between the classic Tokusatsu fighting adventure style, like space hero Gavon, and like a police procedural, but in space.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love that.
I've never actually seen Gavon. I don't know how it goes.
Gavon's like, for the most part, is pretty standard, like 80s, late 70s Tokusatsu.
Mm.
It's just the fight choreography is really great. And the suits are all fucking great, of course.
I would love a new Gavon series with Geki, though. I'd watch the shit out of that.
I would, too. That's what I wanted from the movies that came out, like, 5 or 6 years ago. I wanted there to be a series afterwards.
Yeah, you think that would lead into a series, but I guess not.
No, I don't know if it's because it didn't do well enough or because they just didn't want to do a series. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it could just be that it's just not in the cards right now.
I just want it to be.
It's a business.
I want it to just be a series, damn it. And if there is a new Gavon series, you bet your ass we'll cover it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll start watching that shit. That's a promise.
But is there any more news?
Yes. We got a photo of a toy.
Oh.
Check it out. It's a train. It's made of wood. It goes down a track. Anyways, let's move on.
Liam, what's the real toy?
Okay, it's a picture. There's some photos got shown of X8's Gaim form, and it looks pretty neat. I like it.
It's a really cheap little figure of
Gaim
it,
form figurine.
It's like a candy toy or whatever.
I think it's candy toy. Yeah, it's very cheap. I kind of like X8's rider forms. Like Ghost had the problem where his rider form just looked like the rider, like it was fucking indistinguishable.
Yeah.
X8's is a little sleeker, like it's got its own sort of thing.
Yeah, I could see that. I like it all right.
Yeah, it's got level 1 too, which is a giant ass Gaim mask. I don't think we've seen that before.
It does look really dumb.
It's
level so 1, silly.
Level 1 is inherently dumb.
It is. It's just so silly, and I love it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So check that out.
Is that genuinely all the news, though?
That is genuinely all the news.
Fuck, you let me down, Liam. You're really dropping the ball on this news shit.
That's all I have.
It's been like 250 episodes or whatever. You think you'd get some news?
I have news. It's just not... Sometimes I don't have mind-shattering news every week.
We saw a toy.
I saw a picture of a toy once.
Why don't we talk about Kamen Rider Amazon's episode 19?
Yes.
What'd you think about that shit, buddy?
It is very good. I like Chihiro's continuing struggle to bring EU back to her humanity, and in the end of the show he puts a cake in her face and she's like, that's fun. Having a cake in my face is fun. It remembers me.
She basically goes, fun.
Cake in the face.
There's blood all over her face and stuff. It's like there's a comedic element, but there's also like a slightly unsettling element because she's fucking covered in blood as well. It was really well done. I gotta say, this is probably my favorite episode of the new season.
Really?
Yeah, I really liked it.
It is very good. I feel
like it sets all the players where they need to be for the rest of the season, and you get a lot of insight into why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
I fucking love the scene where Haruka shows up with the old... he goes to meet the old team, and he walks in and they're all like, do you mean this means you want to work with us? And I was like, yeah, he does.
Nope.
He's working with him. Fuck you.
There's gonna be some kind of...
Of course. Nobody stays teamed up on this shit.
No. I love the Rose Amazon is in this one from before. And it turns out the reason why he loves his girlfriend so much is because he wants to eat her really bad more than anyone else.
Like, the way I parsed out that scene was that they were dating before he became an Amazon.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And he has fought this whole time to not eat her. Mm-hmm. Also, this dude has a thing for heads. He ain't eating any of that fucking lower body meat. None of that shit. All head.
If he gets a chance, he finishes someone with a clean decapitation. He never just stabs someone.
It's always head. Also, Amazons are never full. They're always fucking hungry.
Well, you know what? When you don't know when your next meal is coming, you take it when you can get it.
Your next meal is literally everywhere, around you at all times.
Yeah, but you're not always going to get the chance. You gotta lure a guy into a back alley with a box of candy, and then you gotta eat his face.
Yeah, why don't you just do, normal serial killer shit? If you're an Amazon, why don't you just, fucking kill a guy in an alley and then, take him home and eat him?
Well, they do. I mean, the girl...
They mostly just fucking, this season they do a little bit more, but they mostly just fucking jump out as a monster and go, bleh, and start attacking people.
Yeah, that's one thing I kind of like about this season is you have this barber girl and the doctor before who lure people into private places and then eat them.
Yeah, that's really
smarter
cool
about it, and if the good guys didn't have psychic Amazon detecting Amazons, they probably would get away with it a lot more often.
That's true. That's true. It's funny how dependent 4C is on their Amazons.
Yeah.
And yet they despise them and treat them like shit.
Especially that one, there's that one guy in 4C with the weird eyes. I love him and I forget his name.
Oh, the dude with the bug eyes?
Yeah.
I don't remember his name either.
You definitely know him. He has really distinctive eyes. All you out there, you know who I'm fucking talking about. He hates Amazons.
Is it the main guy?
Yeah, the main...
Yeah, we all know who you're talking about.
Man, yeah. he despises Amazons. Like, he sees them as animals. And he's like, yeah, I mean, killing Amazons, they're like livestock, right? It's not a big deal to kill an Amazon.
I think he's philosophical about it. I don't think he himself hates Amazons as much as he knows that that's the correct order of things. Like, he says humans make the rules, so fucking humans are worth more than everything else. That's the only reason. And if Amazons wanna change that, then they're gonna have to take over and make the rules.
That's true.
I really loved that little speech. I thought that was great.
There's one bit with Haruka, or not Haruka, Mamoru, that confused me a little bit. Where he said, we'll turn people into Amazons, and Haruka goes, that's just gonna make people fight more. And Mamoru goes, what if everyone was an Amazon? And Haruka's
then you'll all die because you have nothing to eat.
Yeah, they can't. You have nothing to eat. You're dead. Sorry, but Haruka doesn't point out this glaring flaw in Mamoru's
also,
plan.
like, even if you can eat other Amazons or whatever, that means you're still fighting?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'll be more akin to a regular war, I guess.
I just feel like someone should point that out at some point. They should be like, Mamoru, you playing stupid.
Mamoru has a fatal flaw. The only man with a plan that's airtight is Jin. Just fuck every Amazon. He appears at the end of this episode. Yeah. Oh boy.
Walking through the rain. I'm real fucking excited to see what happens next episode with him.
I like that his first appearance is in the rain too.
Yeah. It's very artistically shot.
And it's a little I like it's a little callback to the whole Tlaloc thing where he almost died at the end of the last season. I like that.
Speaking of artistically shot, the fight scene at the end of this episode when they're all inside the warehouse or whatever is really, really oversaturated. So you can't really see what's happening sometimes.
Yeah.
I get that it was an artistic choice or whatever, but it's a little detrimental.
It's a lot of the colors in Amazons, both this one and the last season, they're so... We talked about this with season 1, where it's just so washed out. The show is so weird with its color
edgy.
grading.
It's dark and edgy and cold and gritty.
Yeah, having a man kill and eat his whole family, that's not dark enough. You gotta make it gray, and then it's dark enough.
Yeah.
Make it gray when it happens.
Colors are for fucking losers, dude.
I don't...
What are you, a nerd?
Like, that's just, like, it's overboard. It's overboard. You already have your dark tone. You don't need to really look, it's the serious one. Like, I know it's the serious Kamen Rider show. It's fine.
Sometimes that can be used to great effect, though. Like, whenever an Amazon kills somebody and they spray, like, really red blood everywhere.
Yeah, it's true. It's striking.
That works really well, but most of the time the blood is also desaturated.
Yeah.
So it just kind of looks black.
Yeah, black more than anything, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
It's a weird choice, but I do really enjoy Amazons.
Dude,
I still enjoy the first season better.
Yeah, the first season was definitely better, but this season's really good, and I love, I just love the whole struggle with Chihiro and Iyu. And I really
fucking love that scene where, Kano? Is that his name?
The guy that looks like Yamato? Which guy?
No, the assistant man.
Oh, the assistant.
I can't remember his name.
I think it's Kano.
But when he's, like, talking to Iyu and trying to get her to, like, recite some of his memories, and Chihiro just keeps popping in, like, was it fun? Did you enjoy it?
Don't make her remember anything bad. And he's like, kid?
He's like, just get the fuck out. What are you doing here? I didn't even invite you in here.
It's cool. Everybody else in the show treats Iyu like a machine. Like, they know she's just a machine. Haruka just wants her to fucking rest, so he's trying to murder her. Chihiro is the only one who thinks she can be saved.
Chihiro is apparently a fucking moron.
It seems like he's making baby steps now.
Yeah. Like, he's the fucking cause of all of this.
What do you mean? He's the cause of what?
He's the cause of the lysogenic cells.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that bit when they find the lysogenic cells that are infecting everyone, and they have traces of Chihiro's DNA in them.
Yeah, and he punches the shit out of Haruka, even though he's in human form, and he just has like the lysogenic veins all over him and his eyes are glowing.
His eyes are glowing. That's 2 Rider shows where the main character's eyes glow and they get really strong, airing at the same time. Emu and Chihiro.
Chihiro's turned blue, Emu's turned red.
I see a fight coming on between the two of them.
Fucking crossover!
Could you fucking imagine if, like, the last episode was, like, an X-Aid crossover?
Oh my god.
Like, the worst possible way to end the show.
I think the worst possible way to end the show is if it would be a Ghost crossover.
Oh, you mean the best? They create a lot of ghosts in this show because so many people fucking die.
I guess that's true. Maybe they're all going to the Ganma world.
Ganma world's getting all filled up.
It's yet another prequel series.
Every show in Rider where someone dies, that's a prequel to Ghost. That's how you know.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Ghost takes... Whatever the last Rider series ends, Ghost takes place a year after.
I'm just really psyched to see where Amazon's goes this season, because it seems like even the connections and like team ups that are going on right now, all the like partnerships are very tenuous.
Yeah. Everybody's got their own sort of motivation, and a lot of the partnerships are between humans and Amazons, which is sort of incompatible from the start.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing, and I like that when the show started, I was so certain that EU was just going to die and not regain her humanity, but now I'm actually unsure where it's going to go. I'm really interested in that. She might. She could. I think she's going to die still, but she might regain her humanity before that.
She's already dead.
She's going to die twice. She's going to go to Double Hill.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Double Hill.
I'm so afraid.
I know.
Dude, I was thinking in this episode, there's only one legitimate Amazon in this show. It's Mamoru. Everybody else is some weird fucking experimental Amazon.
That's true. Haruka's a weird one. EU, Chihiro, all the lysogenic ones.
Yeah, they're all fucking weirdo Amazons. The only regular Amazon that's left is Mamoru.
Because he got shielded from Tlaloc, I guess. Him and Jin, I guess. Is Jin... No, Jin infected himself.
No, yeah, Jin infected himself.
Yeah.
Well,
how's that? There's some food for thought. Think about that one.
Everybody think about that shit.
Starting now.
Alright, we'll give you a minute. Actually, we won't. We're gonna move on and read some emails.
Oh, no fies. Oh, shit.
That's refreshing. No fies this time.
Oh,
it is nice. It is nice.
Okay,
somebody was like, no, Jeff, let's watch fies.
I have a couple things I have to say about fies.
Fuck you!
Okay, so here's the thing. What the fuck is the deal with the Orphanox? What is their deal? So they're
never explained.
Okay, they have a prophecy about a king, but Orphanox aren't Grongis. They're not like an ancient civilization. They're just people who wake up as mutants one day. So who the fuck told anybody about a king coming and belts that were made to protect him? Who made these belts? How... Like, have Orphanox been around forever? Why are they only coming up now? And why do they know about a king?
Where do Orphanox come from? Is the thing. They're like, oh, well, it's humanity's next evolution or whatever, but why only fucking people who are killed by other Orphanox?
I don't buy the whole humanity's next evolution. I thought that was just, like, rhetoric. Like, I'm forcing humanity's next evolution with my weird experiments.
I was thinking that, like, fucking Smart Brain made them, right?
That's what it seems like.
But no,
fuck you. They're just people waking up, and also they just somehow know that there's a king coming.
They're mutants.
So they just know. Someone just knew, and they made 3 belts to protect the king, who's stronger than everyone else and would never need 3 belts to protect him.
Liam, I'm gonna level with you.
What?
Kamen Rider 5 is not a very good show.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's not very good, not very well written.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
not a lot of follow through on the ideas.
I know the fan base has a tough time accepting that Fies is bad, but we're gonna have to.
There is a pushback against that. There is a pushback.
The first half of the show is really good. I'll defend it to the death, but oh my god, does it lose its footing?
Yeah, I wouldn't say half even.
First third.
Maybe. I might say first third.
In the early 20s is when it starts to falter, and then as soon as Delta arrives, and he like heralds the downfall of the show.
Because he's no fucking purpose for him.
He's the worst. He's like an uncharacter. He's like -1 character in the cast.
He's like the bee, right? Where the bee just keeps getting fucking passed around, so no one is the bee.
There's no the bee. There's no real Delta.
I guess like fucking I want to go home guy is the real Delta, which is the biggest fucking letdown.
That's a lie. He's not the real Delta.
And he's not, because he fucking gets Delta knocked off of him and people put it on and use it against him all the time.
Yeah, I mean that's Fies. Fies is the show where you lose your belt and someone takes it and uses it against you every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Like, I like that. That could be cool. It creates a sense of danger, but Delta sucks.
I hate Delta. I don't like Fies either. I mean, I liked some of it, but overall, I think it's a big pile of doo-doo.
I liked the chunk of it, but yeah, man, holy shit. Anyways, moving on. I just had some questions to field about the Orphanox. I thought maybe you could help.
Our first email is from Jordan, who says, "Hey, Jeff and Liam." Hey, Jordan.
Hey.
I recently started listening after someone I was trash-talking Ghost with mentioned you and became an instant fan after hearing how your opinion of Fies lines up with mine. What is the most disappointing use of a rider weapon in your opinion? Mine is the Fies Blaster, where Takumi gets it and uses it like a sword 90% of the time, like an idiot. P.S. The Fies TV series is shit. If the Fies TV series is shit, then the movie is the highest quality shit you can possibly make out of shit, though that's not saying much.
But honestly, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Paradise Lost.
It is the highest quality shit you can make out of shit.
They just took Fies and like trash the whole thing and just take the characters and make a new story out of it, just with the same characters.
So what is your most disappointing use of a rider weapon?
Most disappointing use of a rider weapon? I'll say this. Kamen Rider Baron sure doesn't know how to use a lance. He just swings it like a sword. Like an
Everyone does.
Yeah, Knight does the same thing.
Everyone swings everything like a sword.
They don't know what a lance is at Toei. They're like, what's this?
A sword?
It's pointy? Just hit it.
Real big sword?
It's a sword. It's a big sword. It's like a spear. I don't know. No one knows how to use a lance in Kamen Rider. That's my submission.
I can agree with that.
What about you? What's your...
There's a lot of that, though. My most disappointing use of a weapon is literally every rider that has a gun. Like,
when they just hit people with the gun?
Well, I mean, like, they're useless. For some reason, having a range advantage and the ability to shoot projectiles makes you terrible.
It's like
Kamen Rider.
To balance it out, the projectiles are worthless.
Yeah, but it's like, I know it's a fantasy series or whatever, right? But why does a sword with energy around it do so much more damage than a fucking energy ball?
This happened all the time in Gaim. Whenever Michi was in a fight, it would just come down to fisticuffs and he would just pistol whip people. That was his fighting style.
You have a gun. Just stand far away and shoot.
But if you stand far away and shoot, you either miss every shot or your bullets just bounce off.
There's like a balancing act, right? Where you have to figure out how your characters operate in this world without just ruining it.
Mm-hmm.
And some series are like, alright, well, this character has the ability to stay alive, to like come back to life 1,000,000 times. Or this character has the ability to fucking take away levels or whatever. And then they figure out how to balance that later.
Mm-hmm.
They work it into the story. But most series are just like, the gun doesn't work.
It's just a fake gun. It's like a laser quest.
Yeah, if you're not wearing the vest, it doesn't take any points away from you when it hits. So, thank you, Jordan, for your mail.
Thank you.
Our next email is from Jake the Snake, who is #1 email writer right now.
Apparently, he's the front runner. You guys are gonna have to work harder.
Hey RCR, I remember something you guys said back when X-Aid was just starting out. I think it was Liam specifically who said something about how you couldn't have Genmu work together with X-Aid, but I gotta admit, the fight with these two versus Paradox was pretty sick.
I'm gonna take your word and assume that I did say that. I don't remember it, but I'll believe you.
Well, Liam is an idiot, so it sounds like something he'd say. Really appreciate that the reason for them cooperating is believable, in my opinion. 1, to take down a common enemy, even if it means working together with an unapologetic psychopath who's full of himself. Questions. 1, with what was revealed this episode, do you guys think there will be any catches with their goal of clearing Chronicle to get the lost people back? My guess is that not everyone who game overed got stored, and that if they could be revived, it'd be only as bugsters. I don't think there's going to be a hitch.
I really want there to be a hitch. Some kind of hitch. Like, maybe they get to Graphite or whatever, and Graphite's like, yes, Snipe can fight me, because he got the Gasha trophies. Fuck you, Brave. And maybe Brave will try and fight Snipe to get the Gasha trophies to get his revenge.
Here's actually what I'm thinking, right?
Okay.
Is that it turns out that Kamen Rider Chronicle Man, whatever his name is, Cronus?
Wait, what?
Kamen Rider Cronus?
What?
Maybe I'm spoiling you.
I think you spoiled it a little.
Well, suck a dick. Anyway, like, the final boss of Kamen Rider Chronicle is going to be, like, I'm gonna kill every human being on Earth. That is my goal. And he's gonna start trying or whatever, and they find out that if they defeat him without, like, I don't know, if they defeat him without giving up their own lives or something, something stops them from bringing everyone back to life, but they have to kill him to save everyone else on Earth. So they have to, like, give a tearful farewell to the spirits of the departed. But life continues on because it's been protected by our heroes.
I think if you beat Kamen Rider Chronicle, all the Bugsters disappear, including Poppy.
Who gives a fuck about Poppy?
I don't know. The characters do, so it'd be sad for them. They'd be like, no, Poppy, we gotta trade her for the lives of everyone else. And she'd be like, do it.
When I think about them bringing back all the characters, that, like, all the regular people that died, I can believe that, but I'm gonna think that, like, there's no way that they're gonna be able to bring Laser and Brave's girlfriend back.
Laser got the flowers. He ain't coming back.
Yeah, there's no way he can bring that the heroes are gonna be able to bring either of them back. Like, I just don't see it.
Maybe it'll just be people who lost at Chronicle and other people who. Well, no, actually, no. Dan said.
Yeah, well, Dan's full of shit.
Well, that's true. Dan could be lying at any moment.
That would be great. You know what I'm really hoping?
What?
My, like, number one hope beyond hope is that, like, everybody thinks that they've won the day, right? They've defeated Kamen Rider Chronicle in the final boss, and then Dan, like, absorbs the power and becomes, like, the final boss of the series. They thought he had like gone back on his evil ways and he'd become a hero, but it turned out he'd just been playing them the whole time.
What I'd like even more is if they beat the final boss and nobody comes back to life, and they're like, Dan, you told us they'd come back to life, and Dan said, yeah, I fucking lied.
Have you met me?
I thought it would be funny. I just lied.
Question number 2.
Okay.
What personality traits do you guys think make for a compelling top lieutenant / second in command when it comes to villains in Tokusatsu? I tend to prefer a wild card like Bunglei from Zyuohger, since having unpredictable characters makes for entertaining dynamics when executed properly. I wouldn't call Bunglei a second in command.
He's like a top tough guy, though. He's like a big tough dude in the villain's ranks.
He wasn't even in their ranks.
I'll rank you down below.
You already fucking rank.
Fuck you.
Because you stink!
Shut up. I like a secondary villain who has a connection with a secondary character. Like, I like Graphite's connection with Brave. I like that sort of thing. They haven't done much with it. It'd be cool if
they played that up a little bit more.
Yeah. But I like a secondary villain that has... Like, your main villain can be like, I'm the big bad man, and I'm the main character's father, or whatever. Your top lieutenant man, I like them as, like, I'm the secondary villain, and I fucked Hiro's mother, or something like
Damn.
that. Like, he's like a guy who just has some awful thing that he did to one of the secondary protagonists in the past. I like that.
My favorite type of secondary villain is the like lieutenant who is secretly planning to fuck over the main villain and take their place.
The Starscream, yeah.
The Starscream is my absolute fucking favorite. Especially if they're super ineffectual at it.
Yeah.
That's my real favorite.
That's a lot of fun.
That might be why I liked, what's his face from Zyuohger?
Oh, God, Brain Man.
Shit, yeah, I can't... Brain Man, yeah.
Brain Man, he had a
Smarty. His name was Smarty.
Smarty who killed Bunglei and stole his hand. What the fuck was that guy's... Kubar.
Kubar, yeah. I fucking loved Kubar for that reason.
He was great.
Thanks and looking forward to the next episode as always, Jake the Snake.
No problem. You're featured in this episode. Oh, fuck you.
That's him. That's what he did.
That's how he types. He just hits it with his tongue.
Our next email is from James, who says, "Hey guys, been a while." Hey, welcome back.
That was the wife and kid.
Oh wow, way to go, James. First question: what are your favorite moments from this week's X-Aid?
Dan coming out of the pipe.
That's my favorite.
We're gonna have to agree on that.
He has 3. The scene where Charlie pulls an E.T. on the bike.
Oh, what? Yeah, I forgot about that. What the heck was that?
I don't know.
I feel like it was a reference to something, but I didn't get it. He's like riding in the sky and he starts to sing a song before X8 smacks him out. Definitely a reference to something.
It's E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
Is that the song that plays?
No. X8 is swinging around in the background with his stretchy limbs. I think that was... that
was during that
Genmu.
scene.
I think that was Genmu.
No, it was... Because when X8 is... he's doing his, like, level 99, and his limbs start stretching like spaghetti. Remember that bit?
Oh, yeah.
And he's knocking... That's when he knocks Charlie out of the sky. When Charlie's doing the thing where he's singing a song.
The scene where Dan comes out of the pipe, 10 out of 10, perfect scene.
Yep.
And the tag team against Paradox. Those are pretty fucking solid choices, man.
Honestly, that fight scene with the two of them versus Paradox was really good.
It was. I love the fucking double finisher. That was amazing.
I like the bit when they're jumping around on blocks and all 3 of them grab speed power-ups and then there's a little clock up moment where they're like too fast for anyone to see.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I love that.
And what is the funniest thing you guys saw on April Fools? For me, it was when you checked out the Figuarts Indonesian Twitter and they said they have a very big announcement to make. And it was an image of Kiva's emblem with a Figuart sticker on the bottom right. What a fucking mean trick.
The funniest thing that happened on April Fools is that I actually fell for one of the Tokusatsu Network's things.
Yeah, way to fucking go,
Liam. When they said they were skipping Zyuohger. But I will wager my honor that they do actually skip Zyuohger. And if they do, then I'll get my honor back. And if they don't, then I'll lose double the honor for falling for the joke.
You can't bet honor you don't have.
I have a couple scraps left under my bed lying around that I keep for just this situation.
I don't think you can keep honor under your bed. I think that negates it, honestly.
If you try and hide honor under your bed, it's like, no, that doesn't work. That undermines the whole point.
My favorite April Fools was when Rider Club Radio did Super Sentai Second.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was my favorite.
It was perfect timing because it was the crossover episode where there was it was just one big thing and we could pretend to be a Sentai podcast for just once.
It was so perfect. Why aren't we that good anymore?
I don't know. Predated the actual Super Sentai Second, which we do when there's a Sentai show on that we like.
Oh, or that we watch anyway. I don't know if I like or dislike a show I only watched 3 episodes of.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Our next email...
Oh, boy.
...is from Emu Soji, probably not his real name.
Are you sure? I don't know. It sounds legit.
Probably not.
Okay.
Who says, when I was watching episode 31 of X8, I realized the week when Dan died, you guys said that you hope he comes back and becomes the villain. Jeff specifically said something about Dan's data being sent into a video game and soon comes out as a bugster. Jeff also said something about a villain dying and coming back as a good guy. All those ideas put together is basically what happened to Dan.
Yeah, we're geniuses. We're actually the writers.
It turns out that I'm a genius, since none of that shit is anything you came up with.
Well, look, I predicted an entire show, okay?
That's true.
I'm gonna coast on that till the day I die.
I'm just trying to learn the Jedi mind tricks over here, and Liam's already won with the fucking Force. He's a Force ghost.
I'm gonna... Wait, hang on. I gotta create the next show. The theme is different writing implements. The main character's a pen, and the sidekick's a pencil. Boom.
That sucks dick.
I had to hash that out. No, it's a bad theme. It's a dumb theme, so the show will be amazing.
Oh my god, you got it.
Yep.
You fucking figured out the algorithm.
Never question me.
Our next email.
Okay.
Thanks for writing in, by the way. It's cool that anytime somebody points out something we've said before, I'm like, did we say that?
Yeah, sometimes I do remember us saying that. I definitely remember that.
Our next email is from Don Piantis.
Don Piantis.
Who is also real big into writing emails to us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Says, hey, RCR. This X8 episode was weird, but I was upset by lack of consequences from the possibility of reviving victims. Though I gotta say, the best part was Charlie yelling, "Charlie, my friend." That moment of blissfulness was hilarious.
I still want to know what the hell it was a reference to.
Still loving Amazons. It brings sudden chills out of nowhere, yet it almost got me emotional for a couple more than any victim of the week from a recent series. Also, I really wish future Kamen Rider series would have a protagonist like current Haruka, cool-headed and a great fighter. Basically the good parts of Tendo. P.S. Just to let you guys know, in Heisei Generations, the most hilarious and cringeworthy part was that Takeru almost died again until Emu gave him CPR. Who the fuck comes up with this?
Emu gives Takeru CPR?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Question.
Now I have to watch it.
You have fun with that, buddy. Question. Do you guys think the continuity for ongoing Kamen Rider series will be more open to connect with future series like they almost tried with Kuga and Agito? This could get pretty complicated if they put Amazon Season 3 on hold for a new series. And of course, actor schedules. I have no idea how Amazon monsters will be handled in the other series, but I do have this great idea to adapt other Showa riders, where a company can give cyborg implants to fight off the lysogenic cells quicker than vaccinations. Cue the next rider.
See, in terms of the actual show, the 50-episode normal show, I don't think they would connect them anytime soon. They've fallen into a pattern.
True. With
Amazons, though, anything is possible, and I would be really interested to see, here's Kamen Rider Super 1s, because there's Amazons in space, and we send a guy up there who knows Kung Fu. I don't know.
God, I'm glad you don't write this shit.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready. I got amazing ideas.
Oh my god. That's a good idea, though. What I would do is, 4C is trying to... Fuck off. No, I'm talking about his idea about the cyborg implants. What I would do for that is have 4C create cyborg implants for normal humans so that they can combat the Amazons, since their normal weapons are useless.
Yeah.
And then 4C makes Kamen Rider X.
They
make Project X.
Yeah, they'd have a force of just guys with cyborg arms or whatever, and then they'd be okay, here's a guy who's almost entirely cyborg. One guy who dies gets RoboCopped or something. And then
he's like Project X, and he's like Kamen Rider X.
That'd be
and
sick.
The others all look kind of like Rider Man.
Or they could say, here's our guy. He's almost entirely cyborg. He's stronger than all the other ones.
Oh my god.
Bum, bum, bum.
I don't think Amazon's is ever gonna fucking... If Amazon's makes money, if Season 2 makes a shit ton of money, then they're just going to do a Season 3 and it's going to continue the story.
Oh, I just wanted to do something new. I wanted to in an ideal Liam-controlled world where chocolate milk is free and flows like wine.
Ooh.
Amazons would be over after Season 2 and we get a new one. But we'll see what they do. Because I'm enjoying it. I'm not bitching. I'm enjoying Amazons, but I would just love something new and weird and totally different from them, because that's what Amazon's
that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted for Season 2. I didn't want it to be Amazon's Season 2. I wanted it to be something different.
Yeah, half of the appeal of the original Amazons was, whoa, this is nuts. Kamen Rider hasn't done anything like this in forever, and I want another thing like that. That makes me give me that same reaction. Whoa, this is new and interesting.
Maybe that's why I'm not as into Season 2 as I was Season 1, because it was so fresh and new and different in Season 1.
Yeah,
and you literally had no idea what was going to happen.
Yeah. You don't have a precedent. Now we kind of have the Season 1 has this kind of tone and this kind of arc, and we can sort of extrapolate Season 2 based on that. What
I'm hoping for from that is that Season 2 completely flips the fucking script on us.
Oh my god. Wouldn't that be nice?
They set up this arc for the same kind of Haruka arc for Chihiro, and then they just completely fucking flip it and do something entirely different.
That would be completely great. I would love that.
One can only hope.
One can only hope.
But I would like to thank everyone who wrote in this week. And if you would like to be thanked as well by a handsome, strapping young lad such as I...
Oh, I was just going to jump in and say, named Liam, but you finished it too fast.
That's right, bitch.
Fuck.
Move your mouth faster. You can send in your emails to riderclubradio@gmail.com.
Or, if you don't want to get into the commitment of sending an email or whatever, you can just follow us on Twitter @RiderClubRadio, and you can tweet at us, and you can look at all our tweets.
Yeah, if you don't want to get into the commitment of sending a single email that is not attached to anything.
Usually when people send me emails...
You can follow us on Twitter, which is a fucking commitment.
When people send me emails, that's usually when I get in a relationship with them. That's the first step.
Okay, you start fucking immediately.
Absolutely, yeah. They send me an email, and then I ask them where the fuck their address is so we can start having sex.
Where's the address of your b-hole? Liam's a romantic. I had to do it in his cadence.
Mm-hmm. I'm old school. What can I say?
He's old school about that b-hole. Thanks for tuning in this week, everybody.
And see you next week.
Have a good one.